does anybody know what computer vision is? Yeah, alright, so you might gather by the presence of cameras that the basic concept of computer vision is that we're going to take the camera, plug it into the computer and try and figure out exactly what the computer is seeing. So, in a sense, we're just trying to make the computer see, although that's a very broad spectrum thing to say about it. So what I'll do is I'll quickly show you a few projects that we've worked on recently and try and give you a good broad spectrum of all the things that computer vision has been applied to in all its various flavours. So what I can show you here, I'll you make this art.
Oh, go ahead.
Is a project that we worked on about 4 years ago now, I think, which was called Emitrack. The basic premise of it was that we would observe the area around an aircraft whilst it was parked at the apron, and using, I think it was 8 cameras. So we've got mock-ups of the various views over there and we were trying to decide exactly where to look. So using these 8 cameras, we would track the activities around the aircraft. And what the airport wanted from us was to be able to say that everything was happening when it was supposed to be happening. So if the airplane arrives and all the vehicles arrive 5 minutes late, they want to be able to say, oh, the reason the aircraft is leaving 5 minutes late is because this transporter wasn't available because it was on the other side of the airport, or whatever else could take their fancy. But really what they're particularly interested in is documenting everything that happens at the airport and making sure that all the things that are supposed to happen are happening at the right time in the right way. So from the 8 views, we're doing low-level detections of vehicles and people, and then we're classifying these things as people, as this particular type of vehicle and that particular type of vehicle. We're building up a model of how these things are moving around in the world, such that when they're in specific places we can say this thing is in front of the door for loading the airplane, which also helps reinforce that this thing is a loader as opposed to a transporter. So,
okay. Is this running? You're running this on
this
PC?
one's actually just a video.
Oh right, okay. You're trying to do this real time?
It was running. It was running. 10, 12 frames a second, I think. We had the actual detection and stuff.
Right. Okay. And what was the hardware?
That was, I can't remember now exactly, because whilst it's that project ran, but we had a similar project running with 6 cameras, and that fed all the 6 cameras into one of these servers.
Oh, so
and from the server,
okay.
then it fed it off.
It wasn't like a PSP system?
No, everything was running on the general hardware. I suppose, I mean, a lot of things you can put onto DSPs once you know it works, but because it's a research project, you're more interested in actually getting it to work. In fact, I think we were over the top on the processing power somewhat, because we had something like 8 computers running through the cameras.
What sort of, was this written in C or?
Everything we've done so far has been C++. Just it's a nice modality, and it does mean that if you really want to write something very quick, you can just get down into it.
Yeah.
We've got some stuff in there which nobody else remembers how it works because somebody coded it with in the wrong machine code.
Okay. Well,